everyone and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. My name is Claire and I put out videos about luxury bags and accessories. So if that is your thing, please click on the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, you'll know when I upload a new video. Right, we're here at part 3 of my birthday haul from my appointment with Fendi in December. Now, if you haven't seen part 1 and 2, I shall link them down below. As I said in part 2, I had already filmed this, but I had a problem with the footage, it all corrupted. So this is my second go at filming this. I am late with it, I know. I originally filmed it at the beginning of February. I then just didn't have time to refilm it until today, which is nearing the end of February. So I'm hoping to put this video up at the very end of February, or at the very least at the beginning of March. So yeah, it's been a few months to get here. If you haven't watched part 1, you really need to watch part 1. I will link that and part 2 down below, because part 1 gives you the history and gives you the whole story as to what happened. I explained on that video how I had an appointment at Fendi and I bought myself this beautiful, beautiful sequin bag. The one in the store was damaged, so they said they would get one for me and they would deliver it to me. So indeed, the next day they'd got one in store for me from another store, I believe it was Selfridges, and they had it delivered to me the next day. So I did have it before Christmas, I had it just before my birthday, and I was very excited when there was a chap standing on my doorstep holding a Fendi bag, and in it was my beautiful sequin baguette. Anyway, those of you that know the story know that I opened it, I looked it over, and sadly I saw on one side of the baguette there were some sequins missing and some loose stitches. So I promptly contacted my sales associate, Valentina, who was devastated, because she said had she seen that, had she realised, she never would have sent it out to me like that. She just didn't notice, and to be fair, you had to really be going over it with a fine-tooth comb to notice. But I guess because I've seen unboxings here on YouTube, I've seen some of my friends have some issues with their sequin baguettes, so I just knew to give it a really good once over when it arrived, and obviously that's what I saw. Valentina spoke to the manager of Fendi at Harrods and they offered me a replacement or a repair. I asked for a replacement. It was so close to Christmas, nothing could be done then and there, so we spoke again after Christmas. They had managed to find a replacement at the Heathrow boutique. However, on asking them about the condition, Heathrow just said it wasn't perfect, but they didn't give any more details other than that. For whatever reason as well, they couldn't get one from Rome, so I was offered a repair, and I was assured that the repair would be fantastic and I would never know that it had ever actually had an issue. So I agreed to that. So around about the first or second week of January, I went back to Harrods and I took the bag with me. I didn't want to send it, I wanted to take it by hand. And again, I saw Valentina. When I got there, she said that her manager had actually decided to get the one from Heathrow anyway, so that we could have a look at it. And it had literally just arrived when I got there, so she hadn't even looked at it herself at that point. So she took the Heathrow baguette out, and I had mine obviously that I'd brought back as well, so we put that out. And she said we could compare and see which one was the best, and have a look at, you know, why the Heathrow one wasn't perfect, what the issue was, and just kind of take it from there. So I was really pleased that I actually had that option to see the Heathrow one as well. On the face of it, there didn't seem to be any damage on the Heathrow one, on the outside of the bag, certainly. It didn't look as shiny and as nice as my bag. It just looked a bit duller. So Valentina got a cloth and shined the sequins up a bit, but it still didn't look quite as shiny, and some of the sequins looked a little bit scratched, and I wonder if it had just been handled a lot in the Heathrow boutique. There were no sequins missing from that one, but when we opened it up, Valentina pointed out straight away there were quite a lot of scratches on the inside flap. So all in all, yes, we agreed the Heathrow one wasn't perfect. It just looked like it had been handled a lot. My one was sitting there very shiny, looking absolutely pristine and perfect, apart from these few sequins missing. So I said yes, I'd rather stick with mine, get the repair done. So we sorted the admin out with that, and Valentina said it would be about a week. And I was quite surprised it was going to be so quick. It was actually the in-house tailor at Fendi that was going to be doing it. So they have a tailor who does all the alterations for the ready to wear, and it was going to be that person actually doing the repair on my bag. Valentina said to me that their tailor was absolutely fantastic, and she really sort of sang their praises. So as I say, she said it'd be ready in a week. She was actually going on holiday, so she would be away when it would be ready, and she said she could have sought out her manager to send it to me. And I said no. I said, let's just wait until you come back. I said, I'll liaise with you, just let me know when you're back and we'll sort it out there. And she said she would deliver it to me again. So sure enough, she came back from her holiday, contacted me fairly straight away and said, your bag is ready. And she sent me a video. Now the video was quite good, but it was still difficult to tell, you know, without actually seeing the bag close up. But you know, from what I saw of the video, things looked okay. So we arranged a date where it could be delivered, and I don't quite know how it is. It's not delivered by an actual courier like DHL or DPD or anything like that. They seem to have some very special courier service where they literally hand the bag over to the driver. He sets off from Harrods and comes directly to me. So she's actually messaging me saying the driver has just left Harrods. He will be with you in, you know, an hour and a half to 2 hours depending on traffic. And sure enough, I was actually at work. My mum was here. I'd installed her for the day so that she could take delivery, and a couple of hours later the doorbell rang and there's a chap on the doorstep with this little Fendi bag which he hands to my mum. I was working very late that day, so I got home very, very late, but with great anticipation, very excited to see what had happened with my bag. So inside my little Fendi shopping bag, I have another little Fendi box, and it's been obviously presented again like new in the tissue, and there it is in the dust bag. Now, I've obviously done this once already on camera and shown you this bag, so for those of you who haven't seen it or are looking forward to seeing it again, here is my beautiful burgundy sequin mini baguette. And yes, now the issue was this side. So if I try and get this in focus up to the camera, there we go. Hopefully you can see there's the sequins. It's repaired. You can't really see where the issue was. I mean, I know that the issue originally was down here. I just don't know if I can get that on camera. Yeah, there we go. Is that getting? Yeah, the issue was down there. Quite a few of these sequins down here were missing, and they've all been. Sorry, the focusing on here is dreadful. But all those sequins that were missing. It's still not focusing. Come on, focus, focus. There we go. All those sequins that were missing have been replaced. And you know, honestly, I look at it now and I can't tell exactly where it was. There's no loose stitches. It's all been done beautifully. There's sequins all the way up to the edge, and yeah, I now have an absolutely perfect bag. There is nothing wrong with this bag at all. It has all of its sequins. Now, if I open it up, just remind you, I've got the tissue in there. It comes with the leather and chain strap, which obviously is removable. That's the tissue paper that was in the bag. If I take that out, there we go, and just remind you, it's got this beautiful pink interior in satin. Has a couple of card slots there which are in the leather, in the burgundy. The flap is burgundy leather. Now the one from Heathrow had lots of scratches here. That was one of the big issues with it. Although it looked kind of okay from the outside, it was lots of scratches on the inside. Obviously, with use, I'm sure this will get some scratches, but they'll be my scratches rather than anybody else's scratches. So there we go. If you can hear any funny noises, that's my little cat again. She's locked out of the bedroom at the moment, but she wants to come back in, so I'm just going to let her in. Okay, this is Pebbles. She keeps making appearances in my videos lately, don't you? Because she's very noisy. She's a little old lady and she does make quite a lot of noise. So I'm going to pop her back on her bed. There we go. And after that brief interlude, we're going to get back to the bag. So when I went to Harrods and spoke to Valentina, she showed me that she'd got this ready to give the tailor. And it's a few little bags of the sequins and the beads. So she'd managed to get a number of sequins and beads, which she passed to the tailor so that they had a good selection to choose from to repair the bag. And then what they've done is they've popped them in these little packets and given them to me. So basically, you know, I have got quite a good selection here of beads and sequins, just in case in the future anything else happens and I need to get them replaced, which hopefully I won't. But it's nice to know that if there are any issues, I have got a little stash of replacement sequins and beads. Yeah, so there isn't really much else to say other than, you know, Fendi's customer service has been fantastic. Yep, we spend a lot of money on these bags. As mini baguettes go, this is not cheap. This is one of the more expensive mini baguettes because it is sequin rather than just a plain leather or fabric. It's quite a lot of money, and you know, we do expect them to be perfect. This one wasn't. However, Fendi put it right. The only way I suppose I would say I was inconvenienced was that I needed to go to Harrods again in order to drop this off for repair. I probably could have sent it by courier, but I really didn't want to. I wanted to hand deliver it, and you know, it meant I got another day at Harrods. I went up after Christmas. It was much quieter than when I went before. If you've watched my first wish list unboxing video, which I'll link down below as well, I tell you how I managed to go and try some shoes on during that day because I was up there again and I hadn't had the opportunity to do that in the first time I went up there. So, you know, for me it wasn't a terrible hardship having to go to Harrods again. And then I didn't have to go again to pick it up. Say they had it hand delivered to me. It was fantastic, and they put it right. You know, no stress, no hassle. I kind of felt right from the start that Fendi would come through for me in some way or the other. I've just had such good customer service from them that I wasn't stressed about it. Obviously I was upset when I first saw the sequins were missing. I didn't get stressed. I just thought, right, speak to Valentina. I know she will do what she needs to do to put it right for me, and she did. They came through. I couldn't be happier. I've got this bag now. It is so stunning, beautiful. Finally got my sequin baguette and it is now perfect. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Obviously I'm happy that I made the right decision to go for the repair. Yeah, let me know what you think. Thank you ever so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. As I say, don't forget to check out part 1 and part 2. This was part 3. That's been my beautiful Fendi Sequin Baguette. Thanks again for watching, and I really look forward to seeing you on the next one. Bye!